is the Greek Podcast, New York Prime. You will love it here. The steak is awesome. Sponsored by Braven Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. Believe it, we came back. This is the second one. It's the Greek and the Freak. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Looking good.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Always. Here's to the winners. So much going on in the NFL, and you're the man to talk about. Antonio Brown has had more talk about him since July, played one game. Do you think he finishes out the season? Do you think that whole thing in Oakland was planned? Is he going to end up in trouble now with these girls accusing him? What's going on with him? He's got drama.
Hey, drama beyond drama. Drama on top of drama.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had a few conversations with some of my buddies, like former NFL guys, former college teammates, Fred Taylor for one, and a few more guys. But some of these guys, they think that he did this on purpose.
Yeah.
For us to get out of Oakland.
Yeah, he got to Oakland. He said, "I don't want to be here."
Yeah, I'm having a hard time believing that one.
Yeah, yeah.
You just don't squander away that amount of money.
Oh, yeah. But he knew he had $15 million maybe with the Patriots.
Right.
Now, his agent was the same as your agent.
Right.
Smart guy.
Yes.
I mean, you're talking the top.
Yes.
The cream of the crop there. But it just seems like every time he turns around, there's some drama. And then all of a sudden, he plays Sunday, and you knew he wasn't missing a beat.
Right.
I mean, he catches 4 passes, scores a touchdown. I mean, and you add him to the Patriots?
That was dangerous.
It's scary.
I actually had a few friends that predicted that.
Yeah?
And I'm like, because like a team like the Patriots, when you get there to New England, when you're in Foxborough, it's the Patriot way.
That's it. Bottom line.
Say, talking about one of my close friends, Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor played for Jacksonville for maybe 10 years, and then he went to New England. Mm-hmm. And literally, like he basically, he goes in there as a vet, like a well-established football player, running back, and as soon as he got there, whatever, like they made it known that it's the Patriot way.
Yeah, it's this way or the highway.
Yeah. So like when it comes to someone like Antonio Brown, I think only a team like the Patriots with a Bill Belichick would take that chance because they know. They know.
And they also, like with Antonio Brown, if it doesn't work out, we're fine.
Right.
It's like playing, roulette. You got black and red. Correct. You're like, all right, if it works out, it's great. But if it don't, we still got Gordon. We still got Dorsett. We still got Edelman. And also the way he's playing, he just seems like, I want to be here. The thing is, I don't know if he'll finish the year with all these allegations. Now, does off-the-field stuff, and you played, creep in? Maybe not during the game, but during the week when constantly get questions about it?
It does. Like and it causes a distraction.
Sure.
I mean, you're hearing that all week long, and now your teammates are hearing it. But like, it comes down to the coach.
Sure, and he doesn't take anything.
Your coach and the staff got to just put all that stuff to rest.
That's it.
We're here getting prepared for the team at hand.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't want to hear about it.
No.
Do you think he plays the whole year?
Huh?
Not because I'm just saying side stuff. Or do you think one time he gets suspended or all this stuff with the girl? Now there's another girl's coming out. She said this. I'm like, every time he turn around.
It's too much smoke.
And then there was a month ago, there was a chef said that he stiffed him on his tab, like 10,000. It doesn't sound like,
Yeah.
Because when you hear ball players, I mean, again, for me, you're a fan, I'm in sports, I'm on radio. You figure like tab, you're making big money. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that he would try to get out of a tab or paying a guy $3,000-4,000. That's nothing. Come on. I mean, you're big time. And then the guy comes out, and then he's got more drama. The one thing I said, when he played Sunday, they said he was out of the locker room before the press came in. I know it's Belichick's own.
That's something else he got in trouble for.
Yeah.
So it just still keep coming in.
Now, when you played, and again, you were on good teams, obviously. But now Ramsey comes out, and you're seeing this in the NBA. You're seeing players where they're just saying, I want out. Now, I think that's a slippery slope for the NFL and the football. We saw it with the NBA.
Right.
I know everybody wants their money. I get it.
Right.
But when you just wake up one day and you go, I want out, that sucks. Like, all right, the team's not good, but you got to be better.
To me, it's just unattractive.
Yeah, well, it's not.
Hashtag very unattractive. It's just one of those things to where, like, you're not teaching good things like to the youth and to everyone else. Like, if I'm not going to have it my way,
I'm out.
Like, I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
No. Well,
but then again, don't know what other
circumstances.
What other internal things are going on there. But I mean, it just
He's a great cornerback, but again, cornerbacks, wide receivers, they have that rep. Like, he came to training camp with the Brinks truck.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you add all that
that's
stuff.
what I thought about, the Brinks truck.
Yeah. I mean, and then you complain. I mean, just like at a regular job, if you're always complaining, then they say, you know what? You're always bitching. You're not doing this. And then it's like, well, I'll play Thursday if they want me. But it's not that they don't want you. You don't want them.
And once you show that, now, we got to know, can we go into this game
Trust
this person here?
Yeah.
Is he going to make plays? Is he going to go all out? Or is he just going to just do his job?
Yeah. Now, I don't play him Thursday night. Me.
Right.
Because, again, you want to be traded. I don't want you to get hurt.
Right.
Because if you get hurt and you're on the sidelines, you'll be bitching up a storm.
And we're stuck.
That's right. Yeah, so you're out.
Right.
It's scary.
We got to.
It is the Greek Podcast. Javon came back, so nice of him. You might see a couple more times. We're at New York Prime, ordering some steaks, just talking. The Dolphins are in bad shape. They're in bad shape. Now, again, the same thing. Guys saying, I just want to leave. And the Dolphins, I get one point where you don't want, if you don't want to be here, I get it. Mm-hmm. But isn't that a bad thing where you just walk in and you played 10 years, right?
Yeah, 11.
11 years.
Yeah.
And now that probably never even crossed your mind if it was a bad year.
Ever. And I think the team I played on the Titans team that went 7-9 one year.
And that was the worst.
And that was the worst.
Yeah, because again, you always play with good teams.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good record.
That's not that bad.
We're talking 0-60.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, when that happens, the Dolphins.
They're bad.
I mean, you would think that you would hear that from a fan from the outside looking in, but not a player, because if you're a player, you're on the team, that those are your teammates.
Yep.
If they're playing to their full ability, or if they're seriously tanking and not making tackles on purpose, or what the deal is. But
what is the thing with tanking? That's what people ask. You're out there, and again, you played at this level. I mean, do you think of guys actually saying, I'm not going to make a tackle? Your instincts take over.
Right. And then on top of that, you put stuff on tape. You're always putting stuff on tape.
Yeah.
On the practice field, and then on the game field.
You want to show yourself.
You got to show yourself. You don't want to put bad stuff on tape, because guess what? Those are fingerprints that you're leaving. That's DNA you're leaving out there.
Right, then nobody wants you.
No one wants you. You see this play right here? They're going to pull up that one game. And sometimes you can play maybe 15 good games. That one bad game,
and you're out.
They're going to go back and look at that one bad game there. So, I mean, the fact that guys are trying to get out of there, and it's the players, it makes you wonder, what exactly is going on.
Yeah, the culture.
Yeah. In the building, what's going on upstairs, but it's
and some young cats too.
Right, that's correct.
Yeah, I mean, but another thing, to me, I wouldn't trade them, because they say the Dolphins are rebuilding, they want to get better.
Right.
They got 22 picks, whatever it is, in the next 2 years. But when you're letting first rounders go, like when Minka went this year from Alabama, I mean, I get you don't want to be here, but I'm sorry, you're here.
That's what I'm saying right there. You got to be listen here, we got to fight through this.
That's right.
Not everybody gets the
being a Patriots.
Of being on a great team. You got to start somewhere and make that team great.
Yeah, I think if you start letting this happen in the NFL, you'll get everybody who wants to play with Dallas, the Patriots, the Rams, Chiefs. I mean, that's what you're going to have.
And what it's going to be like the Warriors of the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. That's what people will do. They'll be like, I don't want to play here anymore. I want to leave. You can't. You signed a contract.
No, I don't like that. It's just sending out a bad message. If I'm not having my way, I'm out of here. And which is the same thing. It's kind of a trickle down effect on the college level.
Oh yeah.
Now you're getting guys figuring out some type of hardship where they can transfer and not have to sit out a year.
I want to play.
Which is listen, back when I made my decision to go to college, I'm thinking 4 years ahead.
That's it.
I'm going to go to that one spot, and that's it. If I'm not playing my first year, guess what I got to do?
Got to play harder.
Get my butt in the weight room, get my butt outside, and do whatever I got to do. Not just, oh, shoot, I'm not playing here, so now let me go over there so I can play.
But that mentality you have and had doesn't exist today. Right. It's a different society. Right. It's more about, I got to get my money, I got to showcase myself. Yeah. And I think the college, too, they're changing more like the free agents.
Right.
Like almost a free agent you're leaving.
It is.
And that's not great. I mean, to me, it's not, because you're letting the people dictate more and more. You will not have kids stay. I mean, they'll just be like, I'm not playing, I don't get the play time.
That's another thing, because back when I was in college, up to maybe 3 or 4 years ago, they made it difficult for you to transfer.
Oh yeah.
You didn't want to, you got to sit out the whole year. You know what?
It's not worth it.
I'm just gonna stick this out and just do what I got to do. Yeah. But now it's easy. So
You get a year back.
Guy just signing with a team now, or whatever, like sign a letter of intent to go play in college. But because you know that you can, at any moment, you can just say this, that, or the other.
Russell Wilson did this last year. Went to Wisconsin.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he said, I got another year. I'm going to play. Kids transfer. I mean, look at the whole thing now with Alabama. Hurts left.
Right.
He's not playing, so he goes over to Oklahoma. Now Alabama play. I mean, it's just, to me, I guess in one avenue, look, if you don't want me, don't penalize me.
Right.
But in the other way, it's like nobody wants to stick. Right. That's our country too. Everybody wants it now.
That's it right now. Right now, or they're blaming somebody else.
I'm getting screwed.
It's never like you. Like, how about you look in the mirror? How
That's
about
right.
You make a difference.
That's right. And they're not doing it.
Yeah.
It is the Greek. It is Javon Curse. We are in the Greek podcast. New York Prime, having some steak. It's football time. Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. Remember, it's always a good time to buy a Mini or a BMW. Having a great time, kicking it back. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Florida Gators, see what Javon thinks. Remember, he did play for that team. He has a little insight and more nonsense with the Greek. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Peace.
Discover the Brayman BMW Advantage.
A price match guaranteed.
With service open 7 days.
And Club Brayman. Get exponential offers during the Accelerate into Autumn event. Now at Brayman BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
I'm Catherine, and this is my Mini. The S version is stylish and super speedy. The sound system is great. It's my third Mini Cooper from Brayman, so you know it's a good car.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraymanSummerOfMini.com.
Great podcast. Of course, we're at New York Prime, having a steak, relaxing. Special guest today. He's back for the second Greek and a Freak. My man Javon. So nice to him show up. A little wine, steak. Can't beat this. Always sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. All right, Gators are playing. Their quarterback goes down, breaks his leg. They got Tennessee this weekend. How do you feel as alumni? What do you think? And Franks, I mean, you know, he was doing okay. Came back in a couple of years, but that defense is good. And do you think they miss a beat, or will they be okay?
I mean, personally, you know what? I'm gonna stop saying personally because you know what? It's coming from me, so it is personal.
It's him. That's where it's coming from.
But Trask, I think he came in and did an awesome job.
They were getting beat bad.
He came in and did what he needed to do, which what happens in the game when you're preparing for one quarterback.
You've told me that for week one.
I played defense. You really don't have a lot of stuff on this quarterback.
Sure, you're unsure.
And then like he came in like a halftime, so now they got a little game film on him. Now they got him. Now the Volunteers, Tennessee is going to go in and prepare for Trask, which I think is going to be a much different ball game. But I do like. I don't like it. I love what I saw this kid on Saturday.
People did. They liked it. Like you said, they felt like when he came in, he was energized. Franks is definitely a leader of the team, which people say. But the kid came in, he had some pop. He had some juice, and you need that. And being on the road, I mean, who knows how that game goes?
No, right.
And you can't lose those games in Kentucky.
No,
I'm sure you guys didn't lose Kentucky.
No, we didn't. They lost last year, so I'm glad that they avenged that loss from last season.
Yeah, that was the first time in a while.
A long time.
Yeah. Now Alabama and Clemson seem to be on that path where they're going to just keep doing it and doing it.
They're going to keep colliding.
And Clemson, I mean, that team is really becoming, that school's become a powerhouse over the last 5-6 years. He's got to be a good recruiter.
Dabo.
I mean, he's got to be.
I think he's a great recruiter. Actually, my nephew, J. Ron Curse, ended up going there. And it was like last minute. But I think he mostly went there because he went to the same high school as Sammy Watkins. South Fort Myers High School over in Fort Myers. Home team, 239.
There you go.
So, yeah.
239.
The plug.
Give it a little love.
But yes, but like he's definitely. I mean, if you're winning games, if you're winning championships, and if you're at least in that championship game, it's going to be enticing to
kids.
But
I mean, within the last 7-8 years, he's really made it. They were always a good team, top 25. But all of a sudden, now you got to mention them. You got to mention Clemson. I mean, to get to that level from where they were. And I mean, and you look at that guy. Remember, like 4 or 5 years ago, when they started becoming good, and he was all rah rah, and he would come out. People would be like, "What's wrong with him?" But I think the kids like that.
No, trust me. As a player, we definitely love that right there. And then I say the same thing about on the pro level, like a coach like
What coach I want to see?
Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll. Carroll.
Yeah, he's a rah-rah guy.
Pete Carroll. And in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guy gets out. He gets out and he practices he practices.
Well, he's an ex-player.
Yeah, right. He's putting his hands on Mike Vrabel. Like he has it in him. He can still do it. I think he probably still got there and do it. So coaches like that, you have no choice but to just get riled up and ready to play.
Because I want to show him.
Right.
He's supporting me. Again, we talked a bit about off camera. You said you're just in Tennessee. 2 numbers got retired. Friends of yours. That must have been special.
Number 27, Eddie George, and number 9, Steve McNair.
Which is great.
Awesome guys, awesome dudes. And then on top of the work ethics these guys had awesome work ethics. These guys came to work every day. They was literally probably 2 of the first in the facility and probably 2 of the first, 2 of the last to leave the facility.
Yeah. Well, you hear that about a lot of guys that are good.
Yes, please.
You always hear it about it. They said Edelman goes to the Patriots camp 5 in the morning, catches balls.
Perfect. Thank you.
It doesn't just happen.
No, it
See,
don't.
that's what people do. You busted your ass for years. You
Right.
played at the highest level. It's just like, hey, I got it. I think a lot of times the public has this persona. More so now because the social media and people see things like everything's fun and hanging out. They're breaking their ass.
And that's a lot of things that I got to explain to people, whatever. I wouldn't say the average fan. These are just below average fans.
Yeah.
These are people who think that we just show up on game day.
Not that.
Play the game and then leave and then go pick up our paycheck.
That's right. And get in the Bentley.
Yes.
Hang out in the pool with the girl.
Benz,
drink the shit. Yeah.
Rose,
That's right. Hang out the champagne. Yeah.
No, you got a lot of film study. You got time where you got to come in on your own.
Yeah.
Which is most of the time, in the beginning of the season, we probably meet up on Mondays, but it's just a light shakeout, just a little workout, do a little something just to do something, and then we're off on Tuesday, and then back to work on Wednesday. But Mondays, when you don't have to go in on Mondays, that's
it's not
your
easy.
time. No, it's not easy, but being a professional, you want to go in and just look at the old game tape, put that to rest, and then get working on what you got coming.
Hours in preparation and working in the gym and doing
hours of preparation. It's it's work. They see it like the below average fans.
Yeah.
They see it as just like playing football and going home, but to the football player, the athlete,
it's 24/7.
It's a job.
That's it. It's 24/7.
It's every day. We may have Tuesdays off, but trust me, that Tuesday is a short day. It seems short because you think about Wednesday.
Yeah, but even the worst guy on the team is awesome.
Right.
I mean, that's the bottom line. They're not paying you to show up. They're paying you because you're a baller. You can play. You can produce. The worst guy who somebody's on a fan goes, the guy in the NBA, number 12, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying really, but people look at it like, oh man, what are they doing? I mean, you have no clue the preparation, the time, what you have to do, the studying. And you got to know your stuff. Because if you don't, somebody's right behind you.
And that's how it is right there. You got to know your stuff because once you get in these game situations, your coach is not going to be on the field with you.
No.
So
but they'll rip your ass.
They're ripping you to the sideline, but you got to have the ability to adapt on your own.
Yeah.
If you're going to adapt on your own and then to adapt to what's going on, few guys can do that. Those are the guys who have successful careers.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, again, there's so much preparation. There's so much into it. That's why a lot of times when social media came, again, you didn't deal with that.
Right.
There's so much stuff that I think people get the wrong idea. And there's 1 or 2 guys that could be negative thing for the whole situation, like when Antonio Brown's going through, or Ramsey, I said, shows up in a Brinks truck, or he's in a hot air balloon, they see Hard Knocks, everybody's laughing, you're like, oh, they're just sitting around in the classroom. That's not what it is. They're showing film, but that's what people see.
No, you got that, and then on top of that, you got your family life as well.
Of course, and your friends.
You got outside of football, which that can add another component depending on what you have going on in your home.
Now, you were never married, correct?
No.
So that's a little bit of an advantage because you don't have to worry about, the kids, the hassle, the wife.
But I'm kind of mad because I'm 43 now and I don't have any kids.
Yeah, I'll be your kid.
I know, right?
It would be different.
It's just mad.
I got Greek. Bring the little league.
I wouldn't mind being married and stuff. I mean, I do a lot. Well, I mean, I'm just changing the topic right here, whatever.
But that's good. You can cut down.
Yeah, I mean,
you can downshift. You can have a kid still.
Didn't have a wife or kid while I was playing.
But you can have it now. You're old.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am Yes.
No way. You got a kid. Guys have kids 55, 60. Come on.
All right.
George Clooney just had twins. He was 58.
But I got to be able to like let this little person know that. Listen.
Oh, he'll know.
Yes. Listen,
He'll know. He'll know what time lunchtime is.
Dude.
Oh no, he will definitely
I
know.
want to have to pull up an old picture. I want to be able to just rip the shirt off and be like, what? Say what?
You got a question?
All right.
You can say, go to the video.
Yeah.
Watch 42.
No, I don't want to do like Google me.
That's right.
Which is what I tell the kids now. Like every now and then I go to like an elementary school or a Pop Warner game or
And they'll say, who are you?
Yeah, I'll be like, just Google me. I just tell them just Google me. And then like the ones that do Google come back and they're just like,
Damn.
yeah.
That's right. This boy can play. It's the Greek podcast talking with Javon, a little bit of NFL and what goes on, talking about how bad the Dolphins are, the Jets are bad. Now, all these quarterbacks going down. And how bad is that on the team when a quarterback goes out week 2? Like, we
It's
got
bad.
5, 6 guys. I mean, Ben's out,
bad.
Breeze is out, Foles is out, Luck retires.
Right.
I mean, the Jets, Darnold's got mono. How bad
Right.
is that?
It
Because
is.
that feels a little like, you got
This-
mono?
This has been the craziest quarterback situation ever in the NFL. Well, that I can remember. I mean, with guys getting sick, guys going down, guys retiring up for the season,
Drew Brees.
which is I'm curious about what's going on in that organization. Like,
Yeah.
why guys like feel like they can't even finish out a game?
Well, do you
or a
think
season?
some of it is that it's changed from when you played, where they're not really practicing as much? It's a lot lighter. I mean, the preseason, nobody plays.
You know what?
And a lot of that, they're saying these guys get out there week, and they're, it's a different level.
I forgot to sprinkle in those ingredients of that right there.
And maybe.
Because I talk to former guys all the time, and we're like basically talking about like the preseason they do now.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's like
Yeah.
it's like mini camp.
Oh yeah, nothing. Nobody
Which
wants to
is-
get. Nobody wants to even play.
Which is back when I played.
Yeah, you played.
It's like training camp was like a whole season in itself.
Yeah.
Like
Years ago it was 6 games.
that's what I'm right. But those 4 weeks
Yeah.
of tour days
Yeah.
of doing like
And hitting.
full contact both practices.
Yeah.
That's a thing of the past.
No, you don't do that
Which
anymore.
they really do all that stuff, and then they probably don't really get that type of work until they get into the games.
Yeah.
The regular season games, because like preseason games, if you're a starter,
Yeah.
the first game you literally play maybe about a series, maybe
that.
2 series. Second game, maybe a quarter. Third game, you may be able to get a whole half in, and then the fourth game, nothing.
That's it. Because they don't want to get you hurt.
Right.
But now
nothing.
they're not even practicing.
And
hard.
then, but you're not even getting the stuff in practice. So, like honestly, like you do see a lot of injuries and stuff like in the beginning week.
Sure, first couple months.
The
First month, because it's preseason.
That's pretty much preseason.
Yeah, but I mean, as a player, and you see, like, I think week 2, you look at it like, man, we got 4 more months, 14 games. Are we just throwing it out?
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, do the players actually, like, even talk like, Coach, we picking somebody up or what? Like, because when you
Right.
lose your starting quarterback, the Steelers are not throwing out Ben. They're just not. I
Right.
mean, you look at what, like, Breeze goes out, they got Bridgewater, but it's such a difference.
It's
The
just
Jets, Foles, Andrew Luck quits. I mean, you look at it,
Yeah.
it's got to be a
Oh,
morale.
I forgot about Foles.
Yeah, I mean, he blew out his shoulder.
Right.
Throws the touchdown pass, he's down. But I think you got to look at it like, man, what do we do? That's a long 14 more games.
It is. Like it is. I mean, like if like that's the time that comes where you need a good quality backup, which makes me wonder. Still, how come this one guy hasn't gotten a phone call?
Kaepernick.
I didn't say any names.
Kaepernick, you know why he didn't get a phone call.
I know. I mean, I do know why. Yeah.
You can't sue the league
Yeah.
and think they're going to bring you back. You got to realize that. You're a smart man.
That's the thing, right? Like,
Because
once you do that right there, you
You're
got
out.
to be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna be the spokesperson for this. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bottom line. You got to realize, again, we don't make the rules in life, but
Right.
these are the rules. And if there's any employer that you work for, if you sue them, they're
Right.
not bringing you back.
Correct.
Because the other way is they look at the NFL, which is a huge brand, that Shield, one of the most successful businesses. They're worried about the other guys.
a
We
lot of
can't
money.
let you, billions, which you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I think if he wanted to play again, my opinion only,
Right.
then I wouldn't have sued.
Right.
I would have maybe sued down the road. Is he able to play? Is he better than some guys? Possibly, but
And that's the thing, though. Like, if you're him, or whoever was in his corner, like helping him
Yeah.
out with this, whatever. Like, listen, like when you do this, like you gotta be done with it.
because if I'm with you and you tell me you ultimately want to get back in,
Right.
I've always said to change the system, you got to be in the system.
Correct.
So I can't be like, hey man, sue, don't forget it.
Yeah.
It would be like that. And they say, like, his agent's calling the teams ain't calling him back.
Right.
Sure they ain't calling him back because they upstairs. They say, you ain't answering.
Right.
You ain't bringing him there. I mean, it's just the bottom line. That's life.
And that's
Sue your
part of
boss
that, right?
and see if he brings you back. It is the Greek Podcast. Always a good time here. New York Prime, Braman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. Hats off to my guest, Javon. Thank you. This is Greek and the Freak 2. Maybe more to come. We appreciate your time.
It
God
will
bless.
be more. It's going to be a lot more to come.
Peace.
Discover the Braman BMW Advantage. A price match guaranteed. With service open 7 days.
And Club Bremen. Get exponential offers during the Accelerate into Autumn event. Now at Braman BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
I'm Liv, and I live in my Mini. The Mini Cooper is the perfect car for me. The tech package is amazing. I wanted a car that's quick and cute.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BramanSummerofMini.com.